to do anything illegal. There are cameras being around and being placed outside in the Galleria area.
Out to the Galleria, and in a statement they say our security program is extensive and contains numerous measures. Stopping crime is the joint responsibility of elected officials, the police department, businesses, and citizens, and we remain committed to doing our part. Reporting Tiffany Justice, Fox 26 News. Shoppers need to know after this break. Into its authenticity, but they say one person was shot in the leg outside the Shake Shack Saturday, and they're looking for a gunman who left in a gray car. Now, there were also shootings at shopping malls in South Carolina and New Jersey over the weekend, so it's understandable a lot of folks have questions about mall safety now. Higgins, a professor at John Jay College of Criminal Justice in Manhattan. He joins us live. He's also a former police chief. Thank you for your time and welcome to Houston's Morning Show today. We want to start with the unique security challenges that malls present. What are those challenges? Why are they harder to secure than other locations?
So basically speaking, it's any event or venue where you have this open environment. Look, the people who occupy the space in these malls are retailers for the most part. Venues such as restaurants, where they want people to come in. They want them to drift in and out of the store. So you don't have these measures in place like screening individuals who come in the mall.
Now, as a former police chief, you've obviously been able to see how security has evolved over the years at malls, and we understand you even responded to a mass shooting yourself back in 2013. What do you feel like has improved through the years, yet still needs a lot of work?
So, for sure, one of the number one improvements has been in the area of technology. Whether it's security cameras with artificial intelligence, or other measures in place that really help law enforcement and security respond when there is an incident. I also believe that many of the mall people who manage the malls and own the malls have gotten much better at training their staff in preparedness for active shooters and other unwanted events.
So what would you say still needs to be improved upon? Is it more officers here in Houston? Our mayor says we're going to have more officers both in plain clothes and uniforms. What is the answer?
Well, in any venue or in any location where you have a crime issue, the presence of law enforcement is key. So I think that is a big part of addressing the issue. But on a larger scale, these individuals who are perpetrating these crimes, if you look at, other than the incident that occurred in Brooklyn on the subway, these mass shootings that have occurred in the last week, almost every one of them has been individuals who know each other. So these were not random active shooter incidents where individuals were just out to kill randomly. These are a certain element of criminals who are coming to these locations and getting involved in arguments and other incidents like that.
But even so, if you're a bystander, you're so concerned about being stuck in the crossfire. And I think just hearing stories like this, seeing these headlines, makes people a little nervous to go shopping. But I think it brings you peace of mind to have a plan in place. So what is your advice for somebody when you're out? Perhaps you do hear shots. What's your best advice about how to handle that situation?
So if we look at the research and the statistics on crowds and the native crowds, when any disaster occurs, whether it's a fire inside the mall or a shooting, people will they'll look to protect themselves and others around them. So they're looking to escape the danger. One of the things they do is just they haven't thought about where they would go during an emergency. So the first thing they do is fall back into their memory, and they try to go out the door they come in. So as you're walking through the mall, think about, just briefly, if I had to leave this mall, where would I go? And you don't have to walk around on pins and needles waiting for the first shot that's going to come. But if you had to leave the mall quickly, where are the exits? How would you go out? And as you're leaving, what can you put between you and the shooter? A wall, a barrier, a piece of furniture.
Is it better to run first before you hide, or should you hide before you run? What's the best advice there?
Yeah, so the Department of Homeland